The Latvia, Lithuania and Belarus cross-border cooperation programme within the European Neighbourhood and Partnership Instrument 2007-2013 has covered all everyday life aspects of the residents of the cross-border region. Neighbours created business strategies, developed the map of places of interest for tourists, learned to cooperate in cases of emergency, created the new culture and healthy lifestyle traditions, and preserved the old ones. It is for a long time that the Latvian, Lithuanian and Belarusian cross-border region has been attracting people by its lakes that are scattered across the land, impressive nature and hospitable neighbours. The Beladvina 2 project has invited the bordering communities to create a joint tourism service system and to position Latgala, Augštaitija and the Vitebsk region as a joint tourist region called Beladvina. The people who come to visit the area will be fascinated by the cultural and historical areas, museums, castles and manors, breathtaking nature, dishes of the culinary heritage and active tourism attractions. Before the project is started, tourists lacked information on how to travel to the most beautiful places of the region and where to find accommodation. Now the information centres are ready to offer comprehensive tourism brochures with useful information, description of places of interest and necessary maps.
Проект трансграничного сотрудничества Beladvina-2 был очень эффективен и полезен для Полоцкого региона. В частности, это обмен опытом, международным опытом, сотрудничество и дружба между народами. Так было проведено очень много конференций, семинаров, которые позволили представителям нашей туристической индустрии обменяться опытом, узнать какие-то новые моменты, нововведения, поделиться навыками в сфере туризма.
Specialists have developed 5 joint cross-border tourist routes and have promoted new places of interest for the travelling tourists.
Vienas iš objektų yra mūsų būtent Zarasuose atviras baseinas, vienintelis Lietuvoje, tai yra 50 metrų baseinas ir 10 metrų tramplinas. Ir būtent šis projektas atnaujino infrastruktūrą, kuri tikrai atsinaujino labai, sakykime, teigiamą prasme. Na, be abejo, tai yra didelis džiaugsmas mūsų miestelėnams ir be abejo svečiams, turistams, kurie atvyksta poilsiauti ir pramogauti į Zarasus.
Local entrepreneurs and tourism specialists from the 3 neighbouring countries have shared their best ideas on how to create new strategies and improve quality of services delivered. The Beladvina region has been presented at international tourist exhibitions, but it is always better to see everything with one's own eyes. That's why we are waiting to meet you in Latgala, Augštaitija and Vitebsk region. The Belarusian and Latvian people have a long tradition of cherishing their forefathers' culinary traditions. They believe that sharing food unites people. The Bela Cuisine project has already united entrepreneurs, guest houses, rural residence owners from the border regions of Latvian Latgala and Belarusian Vitebsk region. The Vitebsk region has joined the International Culinary Heritage Network during the implementation of the project.
Since we are working in the culinary field, we are working with culinary heritage. It means that food production and the traditions of what people are doing, it's making a whole concept of a well-being, and it's also a very good thing when you can share knowledge between people, because as we can see, it's very often that within one region or within the same country, you have different perspective of things, and that's why you have to work together, because it's much easier if you can take the knowledge from each other and then you can do some good progress together.
The business people from the bordering countries created new business and tourism strategies, learned how to turn their various culinary traditions and heritage into profitable business that would make Latgale and Vitebsk region famous. The Latvian Krāslava city is home to the newly opened International Culinary Heritage Centre.
Šis centrs renovēts Latvijas, Baltkrievijas, Lietuvas paraugu programmas projekta Bela Cuisine ietvaros. Šajā centrā tiks apkopota informācija par kulināra mantojuma iespējām gan Latgalē, gan Vitebskas apgabalā, gan arī Augštaitijā, Lietuvā. Par tām iespējām, kur mūsu reģionu viesi, turisti var nogaršot kaut ko reģionālo, tieši Vitebskas reģionam atbilstošo vai Augštaitijai vai mūsu Latgalei. Šeit mēs mēģināsim koordinēt kopējo pasākumu organizēšanu, kopējo festivālu organizēšanu, protams.
The tourism centre Majontak in the Polotsk region is also one of the project participants that is working for preserving the culinary heritage.
Общаясь латвийскими, с нашими другими регионами в нашем районе, смотришь, как у других делается, и берешь что-то лучшее и прекрасно, получается, улучшаешь свою работу. Кроме этого, Bela Cuisine – это проект, который дал возможность даже рекламы, не по малому, а по большому. Выпущена брошюра с кулинарным наследием Латгальского региона и Витебской области. Есть карты маршрутов кулинарного наследия по Латгальскому региону и Витебской области.
Businessmen are happy that the project not only helped to increase the number of tourists, but also contributed to the preservation of the exceptional Latvian and Belarusian culinary heritage, and even to bringing some of the dishes of the old days back to life. Lithuania and Belarus still have manners that remember the traditions of the foregone aristocracy that dwelled there. The Historic Farmsteads project has restored two attractive historic manor complexes in Lithuania and Belarus. The restored manors have opened their doors to cultural events and historic research. The renovated concert hall of Mikhail Kloposoginskis Manor in Zalesa in Belarus was equipped with new furniture and musical instruments. Oshotrekis Manor of Josef Dishkevich in Lithuania has also been taken care of. Lithuanians and Belarusians have organized joint concerts, meetings of Oshotrekis and Zalesa communities, scientific conferences. Now the both halls are decorated with the new grand pianos, and the guests can make themselves comfortable on historically authentic chairs.
Этот проект для нас, наверное, самое главное его достижение. Не только то, что мы получили импульс к развитию усадьбы Михаила Фасагинского, что мы получили прекрасный концертный зал, но самое главное достижение этого проекта – это наше общение. Мы побывали в Литве, познакомились с интереснейшими людьми, с прекрасным коллективом Тракайского национального исторического парка, где тоже есть усадьба приблизительно одного периода времени, усадьба Юзефа Тышкевича в Ужутракисе.
The renovated manors have become a place of visit to not only tourists, but as well for those who are interested in cultural heritage. Historical places will remind to the future generations of the reality of the past.
Мне сегодня очень радостно от того, что я вижу. Дело в том, что я знаю усадьбу Агинского еще в том виде, в котором она была до реставрации. Здесь не чувствовалось духа Агинского. Сегодня мне радостно от того, что здесь чувствуется дух Агинского. Что сегодня здесь могут прийти люди посмотреть на то, что в свое время создал этот уникальный человек.
The reviving culture of manners in Lithuania and Belarus opens the doors to unknown and offers new experience to the tourists that come to visit these countries. After all, it is interesting to listen how the Aginsky Polonaise will sound in Oshotrekis and how it will sound in Zalesa. A lot of young and talented people leave the Zarasai, Daugavpils and Braslav bordering regions and move to larger cities or even abroad. The Joy of Movement project has created proper conditions for cooperation and artistic self-expression of the cross-border region's youth. The cultural diversity of the regions has provided an impulse to preservation of traditions, to working for increase of the bordering region's cultural attractiveness and to more active participation in communities' life. This is an original way to fight with the constant migration of young people from the region. Neighbours who met during implementation of joint activities not only shared their culture and tradition mosaics between each other, they raised interest of other city residents and foreign guests. 4 art camps were organised, managed by professional choreographers, ethnologists and musicians. 12 large-scale concerts have been organised in Lithuania, Latvia and Belarus. Residents of Zarasai, Daugavpils and Braslav have once again proved to themselves and their guests that the quality of their cultural life can compete even with the one of their capital cities, Vilnius, Riga and Minsk. Lithuania, Latvia and Belarus are rich in forests, open areas, rivers, lakes, swamps and peat bogs, where there happen frequent natural disasters or emergency situations resulting from human negligence. In order to quickly eliminate their consequences, the rescue services from the 3 bordering countries should cooperate and coordinate their operations. The Emergency Management of Natural Disasters project has created an opportunity for the Lithuanian, Latvian and Belarusian rescue specialists to be prepared to act together whenever a disaster steps over the state borders.
Projektas truko 2 metus. Per tą laikotarpį mes užmezgėm gan dalykiškus darbinius santykius tiek su Latvijos, Latgalis regiono priešgaisrinė tarnyba, tiek su Baltarusijos Gardino srities nepaprastųjų situacijų ministerijos padaliniu. Per tą laikotarpį pasiruošėm pratybom, įvykdėm jas Lietuvos Respublikoje.
An international rescue team field exercises have been organised where rescuers from Lithuania, Latvia and Belarus interacted and cooperated for liquidation of peat bog and forest fires. Rescue services of neighbouring countries have purchased new firefighting vehicles with modern equipment. They have carried out a public awareness campaign, during which approximately 16,000 Lithuanian, Latvian and Belarusian residents of the cross-border region were informed of the fire safety and first aid essentials. Bordering region rescuers are sure that the knowledge and skills that were acquired during the implementation of this project will contribute to their responsible work related to firefighting and rescuing people from disasters which take no account of national borders. Low sport activity of school children in educational institutions and their lack of knowledge regarding healthy lifestyle often results in frequent bad health. If school children are not well informed about healthy lifestyle, they do not develop their habits to live healthy lives, and this often results in health problems when they grow up. The Healthy Lifestyle project has involved Lithuanian and Belarusian schools into work to enhance opportunities for healthy leisure time and going for sport. The pupils of Alytus Vanagas Gymnasium and the Grodno Gymnasium No. 2 have participated in joint camps and sport competitions.
Daug metų turėjom viltį turėti savo stadioną. Savo stadioną šitoj nedidelėje erdvėje, kuri yra prie mūsų mokyklos. 74 metais čia buvo bituminė danga, kuri paskui susidūrėjo ir buvo sunkiai eksploatuojama. Augo klevai, buvo padangos kaip kliūčių ruožas ir dabar vietoj to iškilo gražus šiuolaikiškas stadionas.
The schools participating in the project have equipped sports complexes and stadiums, purchased new sport equipment, and have invited the youth to participate in joint healthy lifestyle events.
Участие в таких программах укрепляет взаимодействие и сотрудничество со странами-соседями, с нашими партнерами, в данном случае с Алитовской гимназией, нашими коллегами. Во-вторых, этот проект приносит нам очень много пользы и в плане материальной, потому что, как вы видите, у нас строится стадион спортивный, который будут использовать дети. И, во-вторых, сами дети будут вести более здоровый образ жизни, чем сейчас. Мы надеемся очень на это, и тем самым укреплять благосостояние свое, благополучие.
Convenient sport complexes offered new possibilities for active way of life. Now, sports is no more obligation, but fun and healthy activity. Their achievements contributed to the Latvian, Lithuanian and Belarusian border regions becoming more attractive for living, work and rest. It is good to remember the old times, but we should not forget that the present offers us opportunities to become architects of our own future.